had a urgent press conference that he called yesterday afternoon in the Rose Garden, and you think, oh guys, Corona's killing everybody. The economy is dying. I made a video like yesterday on the eviction crisis that's incoming, and nothing's happening because Congress is on literal holiday. But so I'm expecting some big announcement, but instead, this man spends an entire more than 60 minutes talking about Biden, how he's gone radical left, and how, there's never been a more vast difference in two candidates in modern American history. Like all this fucking waffle. So let's just take a look at this transcript. So I think what he was trying to do kind of made sense. Have this urgent press conference, get all these eyes on him, and then tirade about Biden, how he's such a bad guy. But if anything, he's making the case to liberals for why you should vote for Biden. Because let's not forget, a lot of liberals and progressives, they're kind of unenthusiastic, or like they're still like undecided as to whether they're going to vote for Biden or Trump. I'm one of them. Obviously, I can't vote, but anyway. He goes on this tirade about how, okay, first of all, he makes quite a few accurate assumptions and actually about Biden and his corruption, his, bad trade agreements, his 1994 bill, which I'm pretty sure Trump would agree with because he's trying to be the law and order guy. But anyway, just the track record of Biden is really not very special. And that's kind of the whole issue for progressives, is that we don't believe that he'll actually do anything that will move the country forward in our eyes. So instead of, telling the world, why Donald, we really want to know, like, what are you going to do in your second term? We just want to know, like, are you going to do infrastructure? Are you going to keep building the rest of the wall, which you've done like 10% of? All these kind of interesting things we want to know. But he just fucking talks about Biden. Like, guys, remember back in 2016 when I was like, all the Dems, the media, Clinton, they're all going like, Trump is horrible. Trump will end the democracy as we know it. Donald will destroy this country. And this is exactly what Donald Trump is doing right now. And this is the same thing that got Hillary the loss, right? So I don't know who in his fucking right mind told Donald to, have a little press conference, tell the world, how bad Biden is. And instead, like, make the case to liberals for why you should vote for Biden. Because, guys, look, this is what he said. This is Biden. Biden's gone radical left. Increase refugee admissions by 700%, huh? That's a lot. By 700%. Nobody's ever heard of such a thing. Increase refugee admissions by 700%. So, wait, first of all, why is this guy saying the same thing 4 times? I don't know. Abolish law enforcement as we know it. I think the police do an incredible job in this country. And you're going to have a rogue, terrible cop on occasion. Like you're going to do in any industry, in any business, any profession. But I think they do an incredible job. So, wait. He's painting out Biden to be radical left. To be a progressive. Now, the progressives want Biden to be more progressive than he is at the moment. But I think everybody kind of knows that he's just a corporate neo-lib fraud. And he's just going to keep the status quo. Nobody fucking believes Trump when he says Biden's far left. Because he's not. Like, his whole track record shows that he's not. And then abolish completely the death penalty. Like, as if, guys, we gotta have the death penalty. As if Americans right now aren't concerned about their fucking jobs or their house that they're going to get evicted from in 1 month's time, but they're actually worried about the death penalty being abolished by Biden. Grr, we can't have the death penalty. No, because 4% of death penalty convictions are wrong. So we want to keep that thing, don't we? So it's fucking lunacy. And he's talking about, Biden wants to end solitary confinement. As if people are like so worked up about, we need to have a death penalty and we need to have solitary confinement. Nobody gives a shit, Donald. Somebody please tell this guy. The only way he's going to win this election is by running on how he's going to deal with China. Well, no. Actually, the biggest thing he has to do right now is fucking fix coronavirus because, like, it's been like 4 months 5 months maybe, and this guy's done shit. Like, he's done objectively the worst in the world. And I can say that because in just about every other country in the world, the active cases has gone down significantly. Like, you're you know, in the curve where it goes like up and then down. Well, in pretty much the rest of the world, the curve is like at the bottom. But instead in the US, what they did is, because there was no fucking federal centralized response, and, you know, all states are open because that's in the Constitution, you had a thing where it's like, you know, you just fucking plateaued for like a month. And then you just kept on going up because they fucking reopened like a bunch of frauds. So, first of all, fix the coronavirus. I thought it was going to be like, we've got some good news on the vaccines, guys. You know, something like to lift people, to make them enthusiastic, to make them optimistic about the future. But instead, he just talks about Biden as if he's some kind of, you know, genuine progressive who's like, Medicare for all, Green New Deal, when he's really not. We all know this. He's not known to be a progressive, and trying to paint him out as one is not gonna fucking work, because we all know that Biden isn't a progressive. Or at least I think people know. I think it's like his 30 years in politics can kind of show you that he isn't one. So I don't think he's helping himself here, because he's making the case to liberals and progressives as to why they should vote for him, because they're saying they want to abolish the death penalty. That's what everybody fucking wants. They want to end solitary confinement. Who the fuck cares, or who the fuck doesn't want solitary confinement not to be banned? Everybody, like, it kind of seems reasonable to not have solitary confinement. It's kind of inhumane, you know? But no, Trump genuinely thinks he got elected because of a culture war, when it really wasn't the case. And I think, actually no, to be fair, in this speech he does admit that he was elected because of his economic populism. But as a guys, Biden went further left on economics than Trump ever has. And by the way, guys, wait, there's a little video, I don't know if you...
He plagiarized from me, but he can never pull it off. He likes plagiarizing. It's a plan that is very radical left, but he said the right things because he's copying what I've done.
He's plagiarized me. But then in the next sentence he goes, oh, it's radical left, but he's plagiarized me. So wait, is Trump admitting to be a radical left economy in terms of his economic approach? Grr. But so, listen, it's just funny how he fucking embarrasses himself, to be honest. But like, who is telling him to do these? I genuinely just, somebody please understand what got Trump elected. It was not a culture war. It was his ability to identify issues that had been ignored by the establishment. But now people give a shit about their rent. People give a shit about their health. So Trump, if you want to get reelected, I would, as your advisor, tell you, just get Corona dealt with. Well, to be honest, you've kind of fucked it now, because you've lost all your credibility. You can't really... And he was even trying to talk about how Biden and Obama messed up on H1N1 and Ebola, when there were like 2 deaths. Broski, you've got 2 Vietnam Wars. You've almost got a civil war in deaths. And this guy's talking about Obama and Biden on their fucking H1... Like, this guy, he's lost it. He's lost all his political instincts. And so... I don't see a way back for him. He's just making the case for liberals that are unenthusiastic, while not changing the minds of others, because people know his track record. And so he's fucked it. He's lost all his credibility on coronavirus. Now he's losing his credibility on Biden, because he's just clearly lying. People aren't that stupid. Even Fox News understands that Biden isn't a radical leftist, or at least some of them. Even Fox News. And he still wants to make it seem like, oh, you know. And by the way, he spent an entire hour speaking at this thing and took 3 questions. One of them was from OAN, who's not even, like, they don't actually have a seat, they just stand there. I don't even know how to get into the White House, but they do. And so he just fucking... First of all, what even is the legality of, like, basically having a campaign rally as a press conference with a bunch of journalists? Like, that seems a little bit sketchy. That seems kind of fucked up, but I guess it's illegal. I don't know. But I seriously want to get a hold of Trump right now and tell him, like, kiddo, what the fuck are you doing? Because I know I'm leaning towards Biden a little bit now, but I wasn't. I was pretty much like, I was actually leaning towards Trump like a month ago, but because of how fucked up coronavirus is, like it's kind of clear how bad of a leader he is, and how unable he is to organize, even though he's supposed to be some businessman, right? But listen, he's fucked it up. He has to embarrass himself, and it's lovely to see. And he's gonna lose in November. I think that's pretty much. Obviously it's not confirmed, but I think by now we can kind of all see it. It's not as in doubt as it was before because he's not running on anything, and until he runs on something, we're not really. People that are undecided will not go and vote for him when he doesn't actually have anything that he's going to run for.